All right. Shalom Akim is the highest spirit way in Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash, also giving double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and saying peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right. I'm out here just walking, and as you can see on the screen, I have the book of 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. And what I want to emphasize is the 4th verse in the book of 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. All right, and it says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to pulling down of strongholds." And this is something that's been on my spirit. And I recently heard the elder brother Yashawamba in Dallas, Texas, mention this in a lesson. And our power source is nothing carnal. It's not how good you can throw hands. It's not about your armory. All right. If we go against Esau with guns, we're gonna lose. Remember the Black Panther movement? I rest my case. All right. If you go against Esau with his gift, you're gonna lose. Okay. Just like you have a fighter in the MMA go against Floyd Mayweather. You go against somebody with their strong point, you're gonna lose. All right. But something that Esau doesn't tell is to tell tribes. Something that he doesn't tell tribes that our strength is in our spiritual connection with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His Son Yahweh Shai. We are a spiritually oriented people. See, it's not about science. It's not about philosophies. It's not about military might. You know, it's not about your external appearance. Esau changed our paradigm. He changed our perception. He constructed different rules of what reality was, man. All right. He gave us a new social construct. So we have to unplug from that. That's part of becoming a new creature. So, like the elder brother in Texas said, Yashawamba, stop being emotional over the things Esau wants you to be emotional. You know, not to just quote worldly people, but you got a guy like Esau, a guy like Kanye West said in his song, that made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's true. That's facts, because our priorities in nigga culture is basically you're nothing unless you spend money on Esau. Have you noticed that? You don't see Jake buying Asian clothing. You don't see Jake buying Hamite clothing. You don't see Jake wearing East Indian clothing. He's only wearing designer clothing and shoes by Esau. That's not a coincidence. But it's a false sense of satisfaction. It's a false Band-Aid for your wound, that grievous wound you have in your soul, that you have no heritage. That's that grievous wound that says that you're not important in this society. Right? You don't know what makes you important. A lot of our people, especially the women of our nation, starting with the Southern Kingdom, thinks that they become important once they get a degree. Okay? Once they join a sorority. You know what I'm saying? But it's an illusion, because a so-called black woman that went to college, that has a degree, according to studies, is $11,000 in debt. So people who are important are not $11,000 in debt. Okay? So everything they told us that defined success or importance, or that they told us had value, was an illusion. Even Esau is waking up to Esau. You have movements and people who identify themselves as minimalists, people who've done away with the material culture. But most of these are Edomites. But I'm saying this lesson to push that vibration to the spirit of Yahweh Shai, that we are a spiritual people, man. And we have to embrace everything that enriches us in the spirit. Whether it's the food we eat, the music we listen to, okay? Even the so-called black woman, she has to stop. For the women who probably follow, GMS, you have to stop looking at yourself through how Esau told you to look at yourself, through the perception of Edomite eyes and Edomite standards. I was watching the picture. I saw a picture of a bunch of models for a clothing line, a bunch of Edomite women who are models, and they all look like tall Edomite boys, man. All right, you got a lot of women that throw up and vomit because they're not of Esau's standard of beauty, and that mentally messed our women up. But much more than that, you have to stop identifying yourself as a woman through Esau's standards of what it means to be a woman. You have to stop orienting your dealings with the so-called black man through Esau's Western rules of how to deal with the so-called black man, okay? Because it failed you. It failed our nation, all right? Westernization is the death of a nation, all right? That's why I said flee out of her. Flee out of the midst of Egypt, man. All right? And with the so-called black man, we have to go back to our source, man. You look at the dealings with the so-called black man and so-called black woman. There's no respect in that. It's more like a brother and a sister relationship. All right? Because we're not leaders because we have no direction. The so-called black man is not looked at as a leader in his dealings with his woman and his kids, because he doesn't know where to go. Someone who has direction knows where to go, therefore they can lead. But I cannot lead and you follow me if I don't know where I'm going. So the so-called black man, Hispanic and Native American, are just as lost as his woman. All right? That's why she's looking through Esau, man. And even when the so-called black man wakes up, he still gets challenged because the person that's in power is Esau. But the point is, even in our minds, we have to be leaders and start judging our importance about what Esau told us that we were important by, such as how much money you make, your status. That's something that, even brothers in the truth will struggle with, man. But the point is, our power source is our spiritual connection with Yahweh outside, starting with the word, man. And that's what Esau's want. He wants to get rid of the word because that's our energy source. The word is what's got the spirit and this vibration of us being Israelites covering the planet Earth, man. All right? But with that, I hope you brothers are edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh outside. To the next lesson, Shalom.